Kilo Oscar 4 India Delta Mike.
Was that India Delta Mike, the last part?
Was that India Delta Mike, the last part?
Roger, roger.
Roger, roger, India Delta Mike. What's the name?
Roger, roger, India Delta Mike. What's the name?
My name is Mike.
Repeat.
Repeat.
Yeah, my name is Mike. I take it as Mike.
India Delta Mike, I am copying you only right now about a dB above my noise. If you can hear me pretty well, go ahead and give me about 10 seconds or so and tell me about your antenna system and see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
Antenna system and see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
And I'm running 100 watts on it. STDX-10 radio. Yeah, I'm just running 100 watts.
All right, India Delta Mike, I've got you a little bit better on my local antenna around Louisville, Kentucky. Give me the name again, please.
My name is Mike. It's Mike India Kilo Echo.
Roger, Mike, and what's your location, sir?
I'm in East Tennessee, close to Knoxville.
Roger, Mike, and what radio are you running today, sir?
I have a just recently got it and trying to get it set up. I've been running a Icon 7300 and trying to get set up.
Mike kind of faded out there a little bit, but if you do you still have a pretty good copy on me?
Yeah, I've got a very good copy. I'm reading 5.7, 5.5 on you, but yeah, very good copy.
Okay, sir, maybe I can help you a little bit on your setup there. First thing is to be sure that you're in that wide 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth, your TBW. Wide 100 to 2900, Roger?
Roger. Yeah, can you lead me through that on this radio? Because I'm not familiar with the radio. I just started running it. Are you familiar with the STDX-10?
Roger, is that radio STDX-10?
Roger, roger.
Okay, so probably the best thing to do would be to take notes, Mike. Let me run through and you just take some notes and then crank them in at your leisure as you have a chance to and look at the book and all that stuff. Roger?
That's Roger.
Okay, so the first thing as we discussed is being sure that you're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth, TBW, and that would be in settings, transmit, sideband, towards that area. So we want to be in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth. Roger?
Roger, copy 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth.
Roger, roger. Then into your compressor processor. And we're only looking for just a smidge of that, just a little bit of your compressor processor. A 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Just a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how your processor is labeled. Roger?
Roger, copy 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100 on compression.
Roger, roger. Then onto your ALC meter to set our modulation level. As you look at your ALC meter, and as you say the word audio, and we don't care about the last half of that word, it's the part that you become a human test tone generator. And as you say the word audio, you adjust your mic level until your ALC meter is showing 7 or 2/3. 7 or 2/3 on your ALC meter as you say the word audio and adjust your mic level control. Roger?
That's Roger. Copy ALC meter. Now, is that adjusting my mic gain? Is that what I'm adjusting? To get a 7 or 2/3 level on my ALC. I'm looking at it right now, and it's registering really close to that on my ALC right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is your modulation index. That is your modulation level. You're setting with your mic, and you're looking at the. Actually, you're looking at the output of your transmitter limiter. Not a lot of people know that's what that is, but as you look at your ALC meter, it's reading the output from your transmitter limiter, which the limiter's there to keep you from having large excursions on the band into other people's conversations. So that's what that's all about. And so we want to set that level. As you say the word audio, adjust your mic level until you're reading 7 on your ALC meter. Roger?
That's Roger. Copy reading 7 on ALC meter.
Roger, Roger. Then into your equalizer. And I've listened to you there a little bit, and I think you need a little more top end for articulation. Maybe a +4 treble boost, +4 clicks additional boost from where you are. So that will, make your voice much more articulated to be able to understand under, adverse conditions. That's what we're trying to do there as far as boosting the articulation level. Roger?
Roger, Roger. +4 on the treble boost on equalizer.
Roger, Roger. And what I would do, if you have a simple 3-band equalizer, I would go ahead and roll off on the bass. I would roll off about -3 at 200 cycles if you have 200 cycles. If you just have bass, I would go -3. Roger?
That's Roger, -3 on 200 cycles.
And then I would go back after I did all that, and I would recheck my AOC level, because when you do extensive EQing, you need to go back and double check your level to be sure that your level is correct, because that would have shifted as you moved your EQs around. Roger?
That's right. I will go back and check the ALC level.
Roger, Roger. And the other last thing is, if you get a chance, we have reduced the distortion in these radios a tremendous amount, but there still lies a possibility for distortion, and that comes from your microphone having to deal with not just only your voice, but also wind currents that you use as to say the words. Sometimes your wind currents coming out of your mouth might be 3 or 4 times hotter than the actual word. So you're asking the microphone to discern between the two. And actually, we should be running a foam windscreen over the microphone, which will divert all these wind velocities away from your mic element, and just let your mic element deal with your pure voice. Roger?
Yeah, Roger, yeah. I have a hand mic, and I typically hold it at a 90-degree angle from my mouth to help address that, but all of it on the screen.
Roger, that's correct. But the challenge is, how could you possibly use a foam windscreen in conjunction with a hand mic? Now, I have done that from time to time and figured out a way that I could get a foam windscreen over that hand mic without keying it. That's the thing. So your foam windscreen fitting over the microphone, your hand mic tends to want to key that switch, that you use with your thumb. So I'm not exactly sure. I don't have a clear plan on how to get around that, but I do have a clear plan on suggesting that every mic you use should have a foam windscreen to go through to get rid of these wind currents from the mouth. Sometimes it's more challenging than other times. Roger?
Yeah, Roger. I understand the problem. I'll eventually upgrade to a better mic, but I'll figure out a way. Maybe put a sock on it. Maybe.
Roger. Sometimes you can take just a part of the windscreen and tape it or whatever. But it really is important because the translation of the mic element is probably one of the last sources of possible distortion. In your radio, everything is copacetic. We have the right levels and all that. But that microphone is still at bay. Is just as the element is trying to reproduce the voice, then here come these much heavier, much harder wind currents that it has to do with, and a lot of times it'll just distort. But and then a lot of people will just roll those frequencies. Usually they're lower frequency sounds, but they are distorted, and a lot of people will just try to equalize those down, but they're still there. They have been minimized to some degree by the roll-off on the lower frequencies, but they're still there. And a $5 foam windscreen would just work beautifully to get rid of those wind currents, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, very economical price for a big game, huh?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's just amazing, and it just clears up the last one of those last possible distortion things, and your signal is just so beautiful. Now, I have heard folks work the microphone so badly that they're actually QRMing themselves, and the noise was just hotter than the actual words, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Is mine pretty distorted? Or is it okay? Is it acceptable?
Yes, sir. It's very clean. Why don't you give me a little bit about what you like about your radio, and I will look around and see if I can find just a better path for us, Roger.
That's Roger. Yeah,
just a better path for us, Roger. That's Roger. Yeah.
And 300. I've used one for a couple of years, but the radio the DX-10 is clear. You can pull out fan.
Is clear.
It's one of the noise. Just got to learn it. But yeah, it's a very good radio. It's never false in its pipeline. It was a lot better than 7300, but I think it's this one is a step above it. So yeah, very happy with it.
Roger, Mike. So if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook. The word logbook, it'll take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3500, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Roger.
Put it to YouTube by noon tomorrow, Roger.
It does mean a lot. You are helping us out a lot by doing that, so I really appreciate your help, and thank you for your time, sir. Qso-Vlog India Delta Mike, be going clear.
Roger, Mike. Well, gosh, hopefully you'll be able to work on that, and maybe by next Friday, you'll be able to check in, and I can listen to you and see what all those numbers sound like. Should just sound beautiful. So we'll look for you next Friday if you get a chance. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog Net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.